Hello everyone, Rookie is here, and today I'm gonna go through a so far review on Call of Duty World War II. So let's get right into it. First single player. So far I have completed the first two campaigns, and I quite enjoyed it, I have to say. Given the fact this is Call of Duty and Call of Duty usually nails the single player, even though they are not as long. I believe this one's gonna be like 11 episodes, so I'm expecting like 6-7 hours of gameplay tops. Possibly I'm gonna replay it. Now I'm playing on regular just for the fact so I can, enjoy it and not to die too often, given the fact that I'm just a casual player and I'm not an MLB pro player. So possibly I'm gonna replay it. I always have done with the previous Call of Duty games, so I don't see why I will gonna do it any differently. Yeah, the Normandy beach landing, that's brought back some, well, not good memories because that was a horrible thing, but if you remember Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, everybody back in the days when the World War II was the big hitter in the FPS games, that was a go-to scene, and they nailed it again. It looks real life, and like you would be there. It must have been horrible. So let's not forget all the young people who were on that beach on that day and made it possible for us to live in a dictatorial-free world today. But that's all about the politics. Let's talk about the game. So yeah, the single player is tight. There is nothing new in it. The architecture is the same as the previous games. There are a few new elements given. Your squad mates can give you supports, like as you can see in the bottom right corner, Zusman. He's given me periodically med packs. So as you can see, you don't have the regenerating health. You have to pick up med packs throughout the game, either by getting it from your squad mate, or you can find it throughout the map. The bar charges up as you kill and you score points, etc. So it's pretty much always given that you're gonna have some med pack or ammo or any other sort of support from your AI squad mates. The map looks great. Sound design, 5 out of 5 stars in my word so far. Especially when you change the magazine. I've heard on the grease gun. It was in the multiplayer when I first heard it, and it just sounds absolutely gorgeous. What you just seen on the screen, that was like a heroic event, which you can do throughout the map, where you can do some heroic stuff. Here I failed it. The guy whom I was supposed to save, I could not save, so sorry about it, mate. But you'll get throughout the maps. It tells you on the loading screen how many heroic events gonna be available on that map, and also you can collect your box standard collectibles. It's called memorables or memoirs. It's like little flip lighters and taking off dead German soldiers, their medals from their necks. So it's a various thing. I'm pretty sure YouTube is already full with guides how to do those things. So don't expect me any walkthrough on that because I'm simply not that good. So I'm gonna check them up, and possibly I'm gonna pop in the description below or in the comment section later if I found a good guide. But you can easily find on YouTube nowadays. Now onto the not care packages, the score streaks. Now you have a tower where you can test out every single score streak. Obviously, it doesn't affect your points, or your ranking in any way. It just give you a little sneak peek what sort of score streaks available and what do they do. I found quite a few good ones. Obviously, I'm gonna focus on artillery and aerial support. Soon you're gonna see this ball turret gunner. That is an absolute beast. This brings back again good memories from Call of Duty Black Ops, when with the Hind you could do this. if I remember correctly. So they kept a lot of elements from the old games, and you could say this is just a reskin, and you wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong about it. But because they changed the setting to they went back to the roots and went back to World War II, where the whole Call of Duty have started. I think they've done a great service for the franchise again. Some of my friends they liked Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, you know, the jetpack thing, but I've never been a big fan of it. Let's go on to the multiplayer. I always liked Headquarters in Black Ops. Here you got obviously Hardpoint, so that's my go-to game mode at the moment. But Team Deathmatch, you know, kill confirmed. Or that there is at least 6 or 7 different types of game modes in multiplayer. I'm gonna be focusing on the aforementioned 3. You got this. You have to score with the ball. I think that was in Advanced Warfare first, if I remember correctly. So they brought that over. So that's just again another point for this being a reskin. But you know, if they implement it correctly and rightly, why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's, you know, DICE should take notice of that. Or, well, more like EA, not DICE. Well, that's a completely different franchise and a completely different game, so let's not slam them. I had to make a choice whether to buy Star Wars Battlefront 2 or Call of Duty World War 2, and I've obviously, as you can see, I opted for the later one. And so far, I did not regret it. So the multiplayer, again, there is no changes in the architecture, the movement speed, everything, the aim down design, everything pretty much the same as the previous installments. So if you are familiar with the franchise and you have played previous games, you will instantly can hop in and you don't have to relearn things, how they operate or you know what sort of things you can do. Obviously, I couldn't see anyone sliding, which is I'm glad about, because I never liked that slide bullshit. Let alone the jetpack. So we are grounded in this game with our 2 feet on the ground and nothing else. Obviously, you can go elevated positions, so it's not just a one level thing. You still can get killed from every sort of angle, from above or below, left, right, center, you name it. So they kept it fresh and they kept it, you know, variable. So you don't have that many choke points. Looking at you, Operation Metro, which is one of my favorite yet most hated map on the other franchise as well. And I like the map designs. I like the settings. As you can see, the Gustav gun, the biggest gun in the history of World War II. And you get to play on this map, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. Again, another hardpoint match. So all in all, I'm satisfied with the multiplayer side of the thing. You have various settings in the menu before you set up in your loadouts. So for instance, in this one I opted for one where your kill streaks points keep adding up even though you die, so it does not reset, but you can only call in 3 kill streaks in a whole game. Again, because I'm a casual player and I'm not a top player and I've just started the game, so some people are already prestige and level 30 and all that, so they have access for better guns. I'm gonna have to play, I don't have a, you know, it's not the most balanced in that sense, so I'm opting for this one, going for the sure available kill streaks, not waiting for a few to charge up, because quite possibly that's not gonna happen. So they made a few tweaks in the kill streaks, and it's working for me. You got the divisions, obviously. I opted for the airborne, but you can switch around the divisions. You can be armored, airborne, sniper, for infantry, and there is another one. I'm gonna play around with them, but the airborne seems to be working for me with the SMGs, so SMG silencer, that's all I need, and a grenade, so this works for me for good. Snipers are dangerous, as always in every bloody COD game. And let's get on to the main reason I've opted for this game is the zombies. I absolutely love COD Zombies. I remember my first time playing with it. That was on Black Ops, and I just instantly fell in love with the game mode Zombies. And ever since, I was hoping someone would be able to recreate, to make it a full game type of thing, but the closest you got was Zombie Army trilogy with what that game? One of the sniper games. Sorry, I don't remember. So onto the zombie games. It's great. It's implemented all the good things from the previous games. When you first hop in, I can suggest to go through the tutorial. I haven't gone through because I just couldn't wait to get into the real game. And luckily, my first game was with one of my friends who already played the game. So he had some sort of a foreknowledge on how things work, where can you find them, so power-ups, armors, all the sort of things which is, dotted all around the maps, and it's important them to be used as you get deeper and deeper into the game. I've found it the first 20-22 levels relatively easy, so I've used mainly war guns. So the mystery box is there. You still have access to the mystery box, but the first 20-25 rounds I went through with a Thompson submachine gun. I just kept buying ammunition off the wall, and that see me through quite well. Today afternoon, I was like, so that I'm gonna go play a bit of a zombie. So I hopped into with some strangers, and one of the guy was on the mission to get the Easter egg, the Tesla gun, and he managed to get it, get the whole thing for me. So shout out to you, mate. Thank you very much for making the achievement for me, even though I did solo to it. But now the changes with the Easter eggs is that it gives you a hint what you need to do, what's the next step. It not necessarily tells you the exact location of the next thing, but it tells you what you need to do, like investigate the right hand of the god's right hand, or get this part, get that part, switch this on, switch that on, so on and so forth. So it constantly tells you what you need to do, which if you wish to opt for that to be done. You can just casually go through the game and see how far you get, how many levels you're gonna get. Mine top one was 27. It could have been a bit higher, but those of you who follow me knows that I've got a bit of an anxiety issue in my life, so this game is certainly not something what helps the issue. So I've had like adrenaline into panic attacks during this game when I've been found myself on my own against the whole horde with a Thompson submachine gun on level 25, but I managed to get through and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you like the zombie mode, I'd say just for that it's gonna be worth it. But I have to use the future, because at this moment the only map available is the Final Reich. I'm gonna have to read up on it. Why is that? Why isn't Sledgehammer released more maps? And I'm gonna have to see when is it gonna be the next map available. Is it gonna be tied to the DLC, or hopefully maybe Activision, but I'm not holding my breath on it, will follow the same suit as EA and DICE did with Star Wars Battlefront, and make all DLCs available. But again, we're talking about Activision, so I see a 0.000 all the way 1% chance for that they're gonna start to drop the DLCs for free. So yeah, you're gonna have to buy the DLCs, which I think I'm gonna invest into this, because even though it's a yearly occurrence, this code, and who knows what they're gonna release next year, I've got now Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Star Wars Battlefront, now code. I'm all set for FPS games for quite some time, so I'm willing to fork out another 30-40 quid once I know what's going to be in the DLCs. Once I know what map packs gonna come and how frequently, etc., etc. So I'm not gonna fork it out straight away. No, there's no way in hell. But what I've seen so far, for me, it will warrant the idea to actually buy the whole DLC and the season pass for this game, because I'm interested in World War II in the whole settings, not just from an FPS point of view, but through history and about history as well. So I found my calling again in this game. By the looks of it, I just simply have to get better at the multiplayer side of the thing. Zombie, I feel I'm quite there yet, so I'm just gonna have to wait for more packs, map packs and DLCs to come out. But all in all, I'd say to a degree, COD this year has I'm not saying nailed it, because there's gonna be little annoying things like with every single game, especially with CODs. But overall, I've got an enjoyment on all three sides, both all single player, multiplayer, and the zombie modes, which is the biggest selling point for me at the moment. And I'm gonna go on multiplayer and then try to excuse me, not try to, we'll do prestige up and see how far I get with it. So I think this year Activision and Sledgehammer has released a good game. I've had a look around on the scores, and they had like 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. So in general, the public and the gamer seems to be, enjoying what they see. What you can hear in the news regarding Activision is trying to patent some sort of microtransaction boosting algorithms and all that. That's going to be an interesting thing to see. How's that going to pan out? Hopefully, it won't affect us too deeply and too heavily. I couldn't care less about microtransactions, so I've never been a sucker for them. I never really spent much money on microtransactions, bar the season passes. So I'd say, I'm regardless how's it gonna be, I'm gonna be safe when it comes to it, whatever they decide to do with the microtransaction side. So all in all, I could have said this at the very beginning, just so you don't have to see through 90 minutes. The game is good. I'd say you buy it if you enjoy COD. So make sure you log in on my streams. Please like and subscribe and share if you'd like. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and see you out there. Goodbye.